Hello, I'm with the Urban Heat Island Group in HBEC Spring 2021 spring semester, where our project focused on changing the perceptions of the urban heat island effect. We designed our survey to be set up as a pre-survey sent out via our social media accounts. We collected the participants' emails and randomized them into two groups. Each of these groups got a different intervention sent to their emails along with the post-survey that was identical to the pre-survey. We then compared the data to see what each participant learned. Intervention 1 was composed of informational and scientific language explaining the urban heat island effect with causes, effects, and ways to mitigate. The same information was given for Intervention 2, but was presented in a visually engaging way that you can see in this image. The initial survey had 106 participants, where 62% said that they hadn't even heard of the urban heat island effect. We asked three knowledge-based questions around the effects of the urban heat island effect, what contributes to the causing of it, and how to mitigate it. These graphs show the sum of all the correct answers from participants who filled out both surveys before and after their intervention. It's clear that the surveys and interventions increase knowledge of the urban heat island effect. It's worth noting that the y-axis is different for the visual intervention results, so the change is greater than what's initially represented by the charts. The correct answers indicate that knowledge and accurate perception of the urban heat island effect has gone up. Our initial response showed clear correlation between answering for support of the urban heat island effect and knowledge of the urban heat island effect. Similarly, 57.1% of respondents said that their knowledge of the urban heat island effect impacted their answers. Summing the answers to the questions of whether or not participants supported mitigation efforts for the urban heat island effect shows that support also went up. This implies that these interventions, changing perceptions by increasing knowledge, increasing support for mitigation and change. Unfortunately, only a small percentage of our initial respondents filled out the second survey. We had a total of 27 results, not enough to be entirely certain of the results, though they are promising. Our results support the power of intervention. Whether or not visual or informational intervention was better, that gets more complicated. The visual intervention was stopped much more by spam folders and email filtering, especially for emails attached to a larger organization such as the IU network. The methods for sending out visual interventions need to be rethought. Visual interventions may work better when sent out by an official organization or authorized by an official organization to get past those spam filters or used in person. For this method, the information intervention got twice as many respondents, 9 to 18, even though the information intervention was much longer and wordier. It's clear that there's still a place for information interventions. Our results there may be skewed by the fact that this survey was sent out in social media platforms, mostly among people known by the researchers. This pool of people turned out to be the majority white, with relatively high incomes and skewed email. They might also have been more caring about the environment in general than the standard population. If we were to do the survey again, we might ask about this. In future iterations of the survey, sending it out more randomly, spending more time setting up a social media account for it specifically, and doing outreach, such as putting up flyers around the city or university campus, or other methods of sending out the survey to get less skewed participation results. Given the promising results of this survey, more research could be very fruitful. Thank you.